Hi everyone, this is Kimberly here. We're trying to create some YouTube exercise videos and we'll post them to our adult fitness channel. My goal for today is to create a 15-minute warm-up for you and trying to do it all standing. So we'll use some things we have around the house, and if you'd like to divert to the ground at any point, you're more than welcome to. So if you're ready, like always, feel free to start joining me in a slight march, and we'll take that opportunity to make sure we try to pick our feet all the way up off the floor, drive those knees towards about hip height, and take the opportunity to roll those shoulders down and back, pull forward at the chest, lift that chin, eye gaze up, looking straight out, and start to use those arms to help. Feel free to make this a bigger motion now, really trying to emphasize those shoulders and hip flexors, driving those knees towards the hips or up even towards the chest, and shoulders even higher. Kind of that ladder or climbing motion. Good work so far. Make sure we maintain that breathing. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and take it to that step touch side to side. Make these steps as big or as wide as you'd like and start to add in some dynamic arm swings. Try to alternate that arm on top as we open up the chest, shoulders, and upper back. Try to keep shoulders and hips square, looking forward and straight out ahead. It's been really great to hear from a lot of you over email. We hope you're all doing well at this time and that we can continue to provide some of these videos for you. Let's do our last few here as well. 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and take it to those hand curls. Heel towards the glute, knee towards the floor, and add in those biceps. Elbows locked into the side, draw all the way to the shoulder and all the way down. Try to do a nice slow and controlled drop here. Give yourself a little bit of resistance. You can always use some at-home weights, some cans, whatever you have around if you'd like to add that in. Good work. Keep that breath going. Make this pace as fast or as slow as you'd like. Let's do our last 3, 2, and 1. Good, all the way through. We'll go to toe taps out front. So try to tap that toe as far forward. You can kind of mini squat if you'd like. And then add that arm extension overhead. Elbows up high, biceps by the ears. Flex and extend from the elbow. And keep those feet moving underneath you. Try to relax those shoulders so they're not tense by the ears. And give that nice little squeeze by pushing the palms together or interlace your fingers and squeeze at the top to really work those triceps. Nice job. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Come down from there. We're going to go into that bent over row. So about hip to shoulder width apart, right about that hip side. Slight bend in those knees and hips. Arms come straight out in front, like you're going to pull them right into a track next to the side body. Keep those shoulders down and back and pinch together right at the shoulder blades, like you're trying to hold a pencil in place. Leave that weight in the heels so you can wiggle those toes. Really try to work that upper back here. Nice work, everyone. Last 2, and 1. We'll go ahead and bring it forward for the chest now in those fly motions. About hip to shoulder width, a nice athletic stance, soft knees, soft hips. Field goal position here. Pull those elbows and wrists together right over the chest and come back out. Really squeeze at the chest here as you draw in towards the sternum. Try to keep those elbows and wrists level. Don't lead with one or the other, but keep a nice consistent rate. Squeeze and release. Good. Let's get 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one all the way through. Good. Go ahead and go back to that nice light marching. We're going to go for those shoulders a little bit more. We're going to alternate lateral and frontal raises. So we'll make that nice L position, come to about shoulder height, back down, and then alternate from there. So that nice L forward, lateral and frontal raise with opposite hands. Just keep those feet moving underneath you to help promote some circulation as we try to do a little bit more of our upper body strength work. Again, this whole warm-up we're going to try to do from a standing position. Great job. Let's get our last few here. One more each way. And last one. Nice job. We'll go to those squats next. So about hip to shoulder width apart here again. Weight in those heels. Wiggle those toes. Roll those shoulders down and back. Engage that core. Belly button through to the spine. And then slowly start to lower. Think of 90 degrees as far as I'd like you to go, but feel free to pick anything in between. And try to come to that full stand. Really draw those hips forward underneath the shoulders. Contract those glutes to get that full range of motion. Try to keep that gaze forward. Chest and shoulders high, think of lowering rather than folding. And let's get our last 4, 3, 2, and one. Great job. Go ahead and bring it back towards me as well. We're going to go into those calf raises next. If you'd like to do this off a short step or a little bit of height, you can. You know, a little bit hard to see me here, but think of that nice rocking horse motion. So all the way from the heels to the toes, back to the heels. So work that anterior and posterior compartment of the shin and calf. That nice little toe raise is really going to work that front part of the shin, and then our traditional calf or heel raise works that back part. Nice squeeze at the top and slow drop. Good, we'll work a little bit more balance here. I'm going to count you down. We're going to hold at the top. So let's get these last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and slowly bring it down. Nice work. Feel free to shake it out from there a little bit. We're going to go on to some more of our balance exercises, so feel free to plant your foot. My recommendation, a hard floor surface, wood floor if you have it. Feel free to use the carpet, just know it's going to create a little bit more of a balance challenge. Stabilize yourself on the one foot, so lengthen through the leg and whole body, pick that weight up off, and we're going to do abductor and adductor swings. Remember those toe taps, pauses, breaks wherever you'd like. Emphasis on the abductor, that outer hip and thigh as we come away, a nice big squeeze, and then that adductor, that inner thigh as we come across the midline. A nice smooth and controlled motion. Remember those pauses or breaks wherever you'd like. Engage the core, shoulders down and back. Try to look about 6 feet out or straight up, not straight up. And let's get 3, 2, all the way through. Last one. Nice job. Shake out that stable leg if you're feeling it there a little bit. We'll go ahead and alternate to the other side. Again, plant yourself on that foot, elongate through the leg and whole body. Hold that leg off as you grab your balance, and then start with your leg swings out to the side and across the midline. Remember those toe taps and pauses wherever you'd like. Really emphasizing that outer hip and thigh, that nice squeeze of the abductors as you lift away, and then that inner thigh, those adductors, as you come across the midline of the body. Nice job. Last bit here as well. Remember those pauses and breaks. Last 3, 2, and all the way through, and 1. Good. Go ahead and shake it out from there a little bit as well. We're going to emphasize some high knee marches with a twist, so we're going to add in some of that core work and oblique. So first bit here, we're going to come forward. So start with that high knee march, elbows out wide, hands lightly behind the ears, and as you're ready, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Emphasize that crunch in and twist as you come together. So we really start to work the core and those obliques here. Try to keep that nice tall posture. We don't have to tuck the chin to the chest, but reach with that elbow to the outside of the knee. Take this as fast or as slow as you'd like. And we're going to mix it up here, out to the side in just a second. So let's get our last 4, 3, 2, and 1. That elbow and knee lift out to the side. Good. Start to work those obliques in a slightly different direction. Knee to elbow here, still coming to the outside. Emphasize that side crunch or bend. Good work. Last little bit here. Same thing through. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we're going to come down, do kind of a back extension exercise. So some good mornings. A little wider stance this time, a little wider than shoulder, hip width. Nice soft knees and hips. We're going to lean forward, forward fold, belly button through the spine, avoid all of this rounding. Imagine that as you lean forward, you keep that back flat, and then the goal here is to come to that nice tall standing position. Good. Pull those hips underneath you. Really try to make that nice flat back at the top and coming to that standing position, working those low back muscles as we come into extension. Remember, soft knees, soft hips, so as generous of a bend as you need, and only going so far forward as you start to feel a slight pull. You really don't want to tug too much at those glutes and hamstrings. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. one. Good. This is our only portion where we don't have to go all the way to the ground. If you have a countertop, a chair, a table, if you want to go all the way down to the ground, you can. I'm going to come over here to my table. We're going to do push-ups into planks. So you can start in a higher position or lower position, wherever you'd like to be. Get those hands or palms down, send those feet out behind you. A nice straight or flat back during this time as well. 8 good push-ups, and then hold in plank. So lower as far as feels comfortable. Push yourself all the way up. Nice work. We're halfway through. Remember, you can do this from the ground. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold up high in that plank. Keep those hips up. Gauge that core all the way around. Keep that neutral gaze down. Nice deep breathing. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and step together and then come back from here. Nice work. We've done a lot of strength so far, so to incorporate a little bit more flexibility into our warm-up, we'll go back to that nice light march and start with some of our stretches. Let's go with that same field goal position, but this time rather than coming in and together, we'll pull those elbows back and slightly down to radiate forward at the chest and sternum and stretch out that chest. Some nice deep breaths while you're here. Keep those feet moving, but let's focus on flexibility for a few minutes. Slowly extend those arms out, rotate those thumbs down and back. Further you rotate thumbs and palms towards the ceiling, the deeper the stretch. Feel free to relax away from the shoulders and stretching out the bicep. Good breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel free to relax. Take it to that step touch side to side, and we're going to do our tricep stretch. So one arm up overhead, hold from the elbow or the base of the arm. Keep that nice wide palm up there behind you, and avoid tucking the chin to the chest. Just a gentle pull, and keep that step touch going. Feel this along the length of the back of the upper arm, and take your time to slowly open and switch. Nice job, everyone. Good. From here, you're going to pull those fingers together, interlace them, push them out in front, and tuck that chin to the chest. Keep that step touch going, and stretch out the upper back. Keep those feet moving. Keep working on that breath, and work that stretch. 3, 2, and 1. We'll go from here, just toe taps out front, and alternate with a side arm or body pull. So above or below the elbow, keep that shoulder back and relaxed, stretching that posterior deltoid here. Good work. Slowly open up and switch. Nice job, everyone. We've done a lot for the upper body. We'll go to the lower body here now. Feel free for the glutes. You can do this on the ground. Use a table, chair, cabinet, or a countertop, whatever you've got close by. We're going to go ahead and pull that one leg back for our quad stretch. So heel towards the glute, knee towards the floor. Draw that hip forward slightly. Focus on that balance and stretch down the front of the thigh. Good. Take your time to slowly switch. Heel towards the glute as much as you can, knee towards the floor. Draw that hip forward. Nice tall posture, long spine here. Try to relax into the stretch. Remember the point of mild discomfort. Last 3, 2, and 1. Feel free to release from there. We're going to go into that nice wide triangle base of support and do one side lunge or deep side lean. So over one side like you're going to squat, other leg stays extended and straight. Put that weight to the heels, wiggle those toes, and feel this stretch for the inner thigh. Good work. Go ahead, come to center, and alternate to the other side. Feel free to widen that stance, keep that back or extended leg straight there as we stretch the inner thigh. You've just kind of got that lunge or squat position going with the opposite leg. Good. From here, we'll keep that nice wide triangle base of support, and then flex from the hips, flat stomach, flat back. Only drop as far as you start to feel that stretch pull in the glutes and hamstrings. You can use those hands out, fold them together, whatever feels best to you, but remember we're trying not to round to extend that reach. Really focusing on the glutes and hamstrings. Last 3, 2, and 1. We'll go to our calf stretch here. So heel down, toe up on one foot, draw that toe in towards the shin, slight flexion at the hips and knee, and reach out and down towards that toe. Remember, flat back here, flex from the hips, keep that gaze kind of softly pointed towards the floor, and take your time to alternate to the other side. Heel down, toe up, slight flexion in that knee and hip, reach out and over and draw the toe in towards the shin. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, we'll go into a little bit of a core stretch, about hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to take that nice, tall extension of the shoulders up overhead, and then lean forward at the hips just slightly. Feel free to pick that gaze up towards the ceiling and feel this stretch down the whole length of the core. Nice job, everyone. We're going to finish off with a little bit of cardio like we usually do here. So we're going to do our 3-way jacks, 5 jumping jacks of each version. Traditional standard jacks, high impact or low. We'll do our T out front and then our crisscross. Low impact or high, 5 of each, and follow me. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and T out front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and crisscross. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Nice work today, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Maybe you'll follow along with some of our other videos and continue your workout, but we'll hope to see you again soon.